Welcome to a special moment in the college football calendar, the SEC Championship Game, the original conference championship game with a long history of classic moments and legendary performances. Supremacy in the SEC at stake here. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders against the Auburn Tigers. Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by my fellow Colorado grad, Joel Klatt. And Holly Rowe is patrolling the sidelines for us. Hey, Holly.
Checking in with the Texas Tech head coach before the game. His message to his team was, this is much more than just a top 15 matchup. He understands that whoever wins this game has a chance to shape the playoff bracket. And while they don't want to keep their eyes on that big prize and take it one play at a time, he wants his team to know what's on the line here today. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lee. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
To the air, it's Hammond. He's running out of time here. Wow, nearly an interception here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up 3rd down instead.
That is a poor decision by this quarterback. That's not the matchup that you want. The coverage is tight. Really should have been intercepted. I think the quarterback got away with that one. Sigh of relief from that offensive coordinator that that's not a turnover.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a 1st down.
You know, as an offense and a quarterback, you never really feel settled into a game, in particular a game of this magnitude, until you can move the chains. And here, they don't even have to throw the ball to do it. Nice run for a 1st down. Now this rhythm can get established for this offense, in particular in this big moment in the playoff.
Looking for his big tight end. Oh, and he dives to make a beautiful catch there.
Big completion like that early in the game is huge for the quarterback's confidence. Now you feel like you can do that over and over and over again. This play caller needs to start putting the ball in his hands now. You build the momentum through a...
He's got a crease. And that play moves the ball across midfield. 1st down now from the 42.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, that one's picked off. Oh, he's bringing it back. And he's brought down, but the defense swipes the ball from the 1st drive of the game.
I always wonder, Chris, just how quickly these quarterbacks can forget about a mistake. And listen, they're going to happen. You're going to throw interceptions. But the great ones come back right away, and they play better because of them. We'll see how he reacts the rest of the game.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Nowhere to run up the middle.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
He's past the marker and still going. Breaks through down the left sideline. He heads out of bounds, but he's inside the 20 now. After one enormous play, the offense is set up with a 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. Catch made on the right side.
This is what makes this defense so tough. Great zone coverage behind the play, forcing the quarterback to check things down, but then the key, tackle in space.
We're going to go with the Wildcat formation, an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Direct snap. They tackle a receiver, but they gain enough to move the ball inside the 10.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable third down situation, and the entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Can he get there on the ground? Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
This offense building into third down success, getting to 3rd and 1, and then they can allow the offensive line to win up front. This is a nice job by the back, finding the soft spot and getting the conversion. Again, though, 1st and 2nd down success is what leads to 3rd down success.
The Tigers come to the line with 1st and goal. To throw, it's Brown. Makes a quick catch. Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line. Solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. And they finish it off here on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. This back has been so hard to stop all year, and now, Joe, on this big stage, he's showing exactly why he's in the Heisman running.
Chris, it's remarkable. Every defense is out to stop him, and yet he continues to produce, and now into the end zone, headed towards that Heisman, headed to that moment with you on that stage, grabbing that hallowed trophy.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Lee. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. On the move. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Texas Tech. Will stroll into the end zone.
If you're going to bring the ball out of the end zone as a kick returner, you better have great confidence and great speed on the outside. He has both of those. It reminds me a lot of Jadarian Price from Notre Dame. Remember, he had multiple 100-yard kickoff returns for the Irish? Well, here, chalk this one up. Look at the speed on the outside.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Brown. Caught in the flat by the running back. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. And the Tigers will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Running back with the football. First down, looking for more now. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this was the plan for this defense. We talked with this coaching staff. They said, we need to contact this quarterback. He needs to feel us. And that's what they're doing here in the first half. If you're on the other side, you got to tell your quarterback to get down or get out of bounds. There's no reason to take these hits in the first half.
Didn't expect to lose 4 on the first down run. Set up now 2nd and 14. They'll run it to the right side. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
This has always been a pet peeve of mine from a quarterback perspective, is these nondescript run plays against what is clearly a run-oriented defense. You've got to have the opportunity to throw play action, create some sort of little RPO, give the decision to the quarterback and not just calling this on the sideline.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. A fun conference championship battle in the early going. Deadlocked at the end of the first. Let's check out the stats real quick. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Looking downfield, it's Brown. With the catch, it's Cobb. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Chris, I like the idea here offensively of getting the ball to the running back in space and allowing him the opportunity to make somebody miss. He just couldn't do that. Give a lot of credit to this defense. They're playing with great pursuit and leverage, good tackling in space, and now it's fourth down.
They'll kick it away here. We'll see what he can do with the return. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. The pass is incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, and here comes a late flag. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Looking for some space. It's Williams. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down, is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first. You know, this is such good defense. Even if he catches this, I don't think he's getting much. It's thrown fairly short. Defense is there. Incomplete. Seems kind of nondescript.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 2. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, Chris, that looked really close, and I love the second effort from this running back, fighting for extra yards and ultimately moving the chains. Didn't look like a lot was there in the run game, and yet he was able to fall forward and get the line to gain for a first down.
To throw, it's Hammond. Caught over the middle, it's Simmons. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down. They continue to feed their reliable wide receiver. Joe, he told us he came to this program to play for a championship, and he's got his opportunity here.
This has just been such a tremendous fit. You come in here, obviously this program wanted to target the wide receiver position and bring someone in to solidify the outside. Meanwhile, he wanted to come in and compete for a championship, get more opportunities and more targets. All of those things have happened.
Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, give credit to this quarterback and this offense. They continue to be patient and just continue to make first downs, and now getting the ball across the 50. Clearly now in scoring range, and as a quarterback, you've got to think to yourself, no sacks. You can't take a negative play and knock yourself out of field goal range. Well, in our meetings, this defense told us they're going to be ready for these plays. They understand the looks and the motion, and they know that this offense loves to use these, in particular early in a game. And here they are trying to go to that.
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, this offense better figure out this protection, because you cannot allow pressure to come right up the middle of the field, right into the face of the quarterback. I think they need to full slide. This running back is not doing a great job identifying the linebackers, and here are the Mike linebackers right in the lap of the quarterback right away.
Looking for a man deep down the middle. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. The Red Raiders will send their punt team onto the field. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. To throw, it's Brown. Here comes the pressure. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll hand it off. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. A play action looking to throw. Here comes the rush. Or throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Once you're outside of the tackle box, you can live to play another down as a quarterback, and he just throws it away. I like that decision. Didn't feel like there was much open down the field.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quarterback looking to scramble. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs. They'll go hurry up here.
Boy, he sold out for that 1st down and paid the price. As he's able to get the 1st down, he takes a big hit. You'd love to see him try to get down right there when he gets the 1st, but this defense was pursuing hard, and you know they were trying to show up and play physical with this quarterback outside of the pocket. Chris, you know I love these type of throws from quarterbacks. They stand in there with great courage. He knows he's about to get hit, and yet look at the throw. He's able to get a nice big gain. These are the types of plays.
Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
This just feels like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. They get the explosive play on the previous snap, and the defense is able to get right back in and get to the quarterback and create the sack. Really good job by them. But I will say, you've got to maintain and sustain the momentum as an offense. They need to get right back on the horse and try to create some positivity.
Grab down the middle. It's Nimrod. We stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
You see an offense that runs these drag routes well, it is really tough to stop, almost impossible to stop. And the whole key for the offense is really about timing. It's about the quarterback getting that ball out of his hand on time and then accurately hitting the wide receiver in stride. If that happens, there's really nothing the defense can do. This is exactly what pops up on film and preparing for this defense. His recognition, getting into the backfield, stopping plays before they ever get started. Look how fast he recognizes what's going on and then his instincts to go make the tackle.
Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch downfield. Touchdown, Auburn. Still no answer for this offense.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT puts them in front by 7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. In the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. As the first down is still going. Goes out of bounds, but a solid gain that moves the ball outside the 40.
That is a tremendous job on the left side of that offensive line. Look at those blocks on the edge. And then clearly once you get out there as a back, you need perimeter blocking. And these wide receivers showing some unselfish play blocking downfield.
And at first down, they go right back to him. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. And Texas Tech wants a timeout here. That's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. And he's going to heave it deep right down the middle. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
What a huge play by the defensive back. Looks like it's going to be a first down. And he's able to dislodge that ball, create the incompletion. Now it's 4th down. Again, timing. You got to show up at the right time with physicality.
Wait, check this out, Joel. The offense is going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage? Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
We always talk about the middle portion of these games being so important, and that is a vital drive and great success, building momentum as they head into the locker room. Now they can go and make a few adjustments and come out in the second half and try to sustain this momentum.
And now the point after try to tie the game heading to halftime. And there's the point after. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Returner looking to make a play here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Red Raiders will kick this away to start the second half. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Dropping back, it's Brown. Here's a throw underneath to the back. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The Tigers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back.
Well, it doesn't always have to be pretty, and it doesn't always have to be dominant. You just got to move the chains. We need first downs here as an offense. They're able to do that with a nice little run.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. He'll hand it off. Got an opening here. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. First down from there.
Chris, you're supposed to build a defense front to back and inside out. None of that happens here. This offense hits them right down the middle. That is way too easy. They're going to have to change this scheme immediately. Call something different on defense right now.
And they'll stop him after a short gain.
These run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you, they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage second and third down opportunities.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Ball handed off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good job defensively.
Ah, here he goes. Touchdown! Touchdown, Tigers, as the QB fights his way into the end zone.
Well, this is exactly what this defense was so scared of all week long. In our meetings, they said the speed of this quarterback is something that they had to account for. And here from distance, he's able to get on the outside and show off the speed for a touchdown. When you can just design a quarterback run and get it in from this far out, I tell you what an advantage for this offense.
Bringing it out, it's Lee. And he's brought down to the 27-yard line. Decent return. Looking to throw. It's Hammond. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
It really comes down to rhythm, Chris, and right now it just doesn't feel like the quarterback is in rhythm. Listen, it's there. They can complete this ball, but again, just not on the same.
Makes a diving grab there. That was beautiful. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
That's a good find by this quarterback to move the chains and create another first down. And now you got to keep this momentum going. Take this ball and try to move it all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the back of it.
Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Looking for a gap. It's Williams. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled short of the first down. He's getting 4th and 1.
Chris, I would go for this. Every program uses analytics, and most analytics would tell you in this down and distance, you would go for it in this field position.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. He'll be ruled down there, but a 4th down conversion with plenty to spare.
What an outstanding effort by this wide receiver. Again, good ball placement. It allows for yards after the catch, there's no doubt. But then it's about the effort, the athleticism, and the want-to of that player on the outside. He does a great job. Once that ball is in his hands, you could tell there was no denying him that first down.
Fired into a tight window and picked off. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
He's just been off all day, Chris, and he hasn't been able to recover from these mistakes and these early turnovers, and now multiple turnovers on.
He can go. Has the first down and more. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. And the Tigers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. They continue to lean on the running back. He's had a solid game, and when you're ahead on the scoreboard, Joe, you'll love to be able to just turn it and hand the ball off to a guy like this.
Well, Chris, this is certainly their DNA as a program. You're going to try to ride those body blows that you had early in this game to more sustained success later in the game. Look for them to continue to lean into this run game. And as we've seen in previous weeks, that's when they...
It's caught. He's got room. He moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 now. He hands it to the back. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. Second down after that previous play.
Well, the key to 3rd down success is being good on first down. And here the defense does a great job on first down of bowing up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it. Chris, that's exactly where they wanted to go with this ball. You can tell by this play fake. You get some play-action pass, and there is conflict on the defense and more specifically on the defenders responsible for the tight end. He's your primary target, and they're able to get the ball to him for a nice big gain. Beautiful play call, great execution by the quarterback, tight end, running back, everybody involved.
He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game. Auburn now operating in the red zone. Working tight windows. It's Brown. Caught over the middle. It's Cobb. Auburn in the lead as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looking to chuck it again. Bringing pressure. They'll get him down for a gain of 1.
Chris, as a quarterback, you've got to always make your offense right. And here the coverage unit did such a good job. Look at this. There's nowhere to throw the football, and yet the quarterback just makes the offense right by picking up a positive gain. It doesn't have to be a big play all the time. You just do these little things and keep moving the ball forward.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They'll stop him short of the marker. 4th down, in field goal range, sitting on the lead. A decision for the coach here. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
This is a ton of trust that this offense, and this quarterback specifically, has in this wide receiver. If you get him the ball, even on a short play, you feel like he can make a play with his legs and his athleticism, and he's able to do that for a touchdown. That is a big play for this offense and a lot of faith in that skill on the outside.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lee. And he's got some space here. Picks up some blocks. Can he make it? They finally get him down, but not before a huge return. Almost took it to the house. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. Back to throw. It's Hammond. Touchdown, Texas Tech. Great catch when they desperately needed it. The Red Raiders back on top. Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Oh, total lapse in concentration. A delay of game on the 2-point attempt. And now they're backed up. And now the try here for the extra point. And the point after gets them within a touchdown. 28-21. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes that handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. That's really solid defense, being gap sound here in their defensive front 7.
and they're doing a great job against this run game. They knew that that was going to be a point of emphasis here today. They wanted to stop the run first, and they're doing that.
Looking to pass, it's Brown. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Nimrod. Not quite enough for the first down. Going to be fourth down and just inches. Here we go on fourth down. He didn't make it. Stopped short. That is a crucial turnover on downs here in this tight football game. The offense starts with excellent field position. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. And here's the handoff. They make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. First down from the 23. And they lean on the running back to get the first down. He's had a solid game, Joe. To me, even though they're behind on the scoreboard, no reason to panic and get away from the bread and butter.
Chris, I think that's exactly right. You never get bored taking a profit as a play caller. So if they're going to give you that run game, you take it. And then allow it to build to something more successful later. Watch for them to get to some run action pass and maybe play action pass to get it down the field here in the next couple of series.
Offense comes up now 2nd and 8 after that very short gain on the completion. Caught in the backfield. It's Simmons. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, it's another first down on this series, and they're doing a great job. This quarterback continues to see the defense really well and get the ball out on time. Now, once you're in the scoring area, you just can't take a sack and don't force the ball down the field.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
This is a great example from this defense of how to stop the RPO. Run, stay home. Don't give the quarterback a definitive read. That encourages him to just hand off the football. That's kind of his base read. And Chris, once he does so, then you fly to the football, you play with great effort, and you tackle in space, which they're able to do. Well, this defense told us they were going to be ready for these completions at or near the line of scrimmage, and that was going to be a big part of their plan, and you can see that paying off here. Good pursuit, good job tackling in space, and that's a completion for no gain.
3rd and goal, will try to run it in. And he bustles into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
What a job by the big fellas up front. To be able to run the football in this field position, you've got to have an offensive line that can just overpower the defensive line. That's a beautiful feeling as a quarterback, as a running back, and as a play caller. You've got 5 guys up front that are just winning.
Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. And on the carry, he's heading left. Across the 30. Here he goes. Inside the 40. Past the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. The Tigers go back on top.
Chris, I'm just so impressed with their execution. To clutch up like that, they had to have it, and they punched it in the end zone. You know, can you play your best when your best is needed? They just did that right there. That's a great drive.
Bringing it out. It's Lee. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here, but time winding down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
Back to throw. It's Hammond. Looking deep for late-game heroics. And the downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Well, he's got to put that one behind him and now move forward for this third down. This is really the most important snap thus far of the game. And as a quarterback, you've got to go out there and really execute. So remember, it's about feet, it's about timing, it's about accuracy. Put all those three together.
Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw.
Man, this defense has been tough today. And, Chris, you're forced into a situation where you're probably going for it here on fourth down. This is where it's about players, not plays. I say it constantly. I say it all the time. Who's your best player? He gets the ball right here.
Trying for a fourth down completion. And he throws his third interception of the day. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Well, this offense is forced into this. They're trailing in this game. It's fourth down. They've got to stay on the field and try to get this first down. And as a quarterback, you know that you've got to force the issue. Can't take a sack, obviously, and he's got to get the ball out of his hands. Once that happens, though, you're at the whim of the coverage, and the coverage was terrific. They step in front. They pick this ball off. This defense continues to do a great job.
The defense swarms. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play. And Texas Tech wants a timeout here. That's their first. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
This is exactly what they need to do here. Milk the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep this game clock running. And if it is, as a quarterback, I'm not snapping this ball on the next play until it's inside of 4 seconds on the play clock. That's how you manage this game.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On third and goal, they'll try to run it in. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Red Raiders are going to spend their third and final timeout here. They can no longer stop the clock with a timeout. The field goal is good. And they add to their lead. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
That is exactly what they wanted to do on this drive. Take some time off the clock, get themselves into scoring range, and extend the lead to a 2-possession lead here in the fourth quarter. Check, check, and check. Great job by this offense, and the kicker rolls out there and just buries it.
Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Back to pass. It's Hammond. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He escapes the pocket. Fires it to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? The Auburn offense back out on the field. They're in pretty good position. It's a 2-possession game, and they now put this game on ice. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain. For this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. It's the coach's favorite formation, victory formation. Quarterback just takes a knee. Winning a conference championship in a league this strong clearly is one of the preseason goals for this team, and you can tell by the way they're celebrating. But, Joel, now we're going to wait and see what their path to a national championship, the ultimate goal, is going to be.
Well, like you said, the strength of winning a championship in this conference is not going to be lost on that committee. I wouldn't be surprised if this team does garner a bye, and then it's about retaining momentum, as we've seen throughout the history of this playoff. How well can you execute after a long layoff? I think that's going to be the challenge for this group.
That'll wrap up our coverage of this conference championship game. Next stop, the college football playoff. For Joel Klatt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.